Driving a 40-ton rig down the interstate requires absolute focus, and the last thing you need is a headset that drops important calls or drowns your voice in roaring engine noise. Today, we're finding out which trucker Bluetooth headset actually survives the harsh realities of life on the open road. 5. Necode A19. When I first got my hands on this device, I was immediately drawn to its lightweight profile and the promise of environmental noise cancellation on a strict budget. It features a streamlined design that doesn't look overly bulky when you are wearing it, which is a nice touch if you prefer a more minimalist aesthetic in the cab. The initial pairing process was relatively straightforward, seamlessly connecting to my smartphone via Bluetooth 5.0 without any complicated button combinations or endless, confusing voice menus. However, actually putting the Necode A19 through its paces on a long highway drive revealed some significant compromises that you need to be aware of. The ear cushion is made of a standard foam material covered in a thin faux leather, and while it feels absolutely fine for the first hour or two, I noticed it started to cause a distinct pinching sensation on my ear cartilage after about 4 hours on the road. The clamping force of the headband is just a little too tight for anyone with an average to larger head, making it difficult to wear for an entire cross-country shift without needing to take frequent breaks to let your ear recover. Another area where this headset left me wanting more was the battery consistency over a long period of use. While the manufacturer claims a lengthy talk time, in my practical testing, the battery gauge seemed to drop unpredictably, leaving me scrambling for the charging cable right in the middle of a check-in call with dispatch. The charging port is also an older micro USB style, which feels incredibly dated in a world where almost every other device you own has likely transitioned to a modern standard. This means you'll have to carry an extra specific cable just for this headset, adding unnecessary clutter to your driving environment. 4. LEAYU H1. I was eager to test this feature, as the ability to connect to both a personal smartphone and a work tablet simultaneously is incredibly valuable on the road. The headset managed this dual connection fairly well, automatically pausing audio from one device when a call came in on the other. It also features a dedicated mute button on the microphone boom, which is a highly requested feature for drivers who need to cough or speak to a passenger without the person on the line hearing every detail. Despite these handy features, the physical construction of the LEAYU H1 is where I started to find some glaring weaknesses during my testing. The entire chassis is made from a very rigid, lightweight plastic that honestly feels a bit hollow and fragile in the hand. When adjusting the microphone boom up and down, there is a noticeable lack of smooth resistance, and it clicks loudly in a way that makes me worry about its long-term durability. If you're the kind of driver who throws your headset onto the passenger seat or stuffs it into a crowded glove box, I have serious doubts about whether the LEAYU H1 would survive a full year of rough handling. The ear cup design is slightly larger than our number 5 pick, offering a bit more surface area, but it suffers from a major lack of breathability. During a daytime drive in the summer heat, I found my ears sweating profusely under the thick synthetic leather pad. The lack of ventilation means you will be constantly shifting the headset around to let your ear cool off, which becomes a major distraction. 3. TECKNET TK-HS005. Right out of the box, this headset feels significantly more substantial and well-engineered than the previous budget entries. The matte finish gives it a sleek, professional look, and the inclusion of a sturdy charging base is an absolute game changer for cab organization. Being able to just drop the headset onto its magnetic pins to charge at the end of a shift, rather than fumbling with tiny cables in the dark, is a massive quality of life improvement that I immediately appreciated during my testing. The audio technology here takes a massive leap forward thanks to its AI-powered noise-cancelling microphone. When I tested this on a busy, loud interstate, the difference was night and day. The microphone's intelligent algorithm actively filters out up to 99% of background noise without destroying the quality of your speech. I even tested it while running a loud diesel APU during a rest stop, and my caller reported that they could barely hear the engine at all. My voice came through sounding natural and warm, without the robotic compression artifacts that plagued the cheaper models we looked at earlier. Comfort is another area where the TECKNET TK-HS005 truly shines and sets itself apart from the competition. The earpad is generously stuffed with high-density memory foam that conforms beautifully to the shape of your ear. I wore this headset for an 8-hour stretch and experienced virtually zero clamping fatigue. The headband features a soft, breathable cushion at the top, distributing the weight evenly across the head. Furthermore, the microphone boom is highly flexible, allowing you to position it perfectly near your mouth for optimal vocal pickup without it annoyingly rubbing against your cheek or beard. 2. Wyness M100. The moment I slipped this headset on, I was blown away by how feather light it actually is. It weighs almost nothing, which completely redefines what long-haul comfort means for professional drivers. The ear cushion uses an advanced, skin-friendly protein leather that stays remarkably cool even after hours of continuous use. It balances perfectly on the head, making you genuinely forget you're even wearing a communication device while you're navigating busy highways. The Wyness M100 features one of the fastest and most reliable Bluetooth 5.1 chips I have ever tested in this category. The multi-point pairing isn't just functional, it is absolutely flawless. Switching between a GPS voice prompt on my tablet and an incoming phone call on my mobile device was incredibly smooth, with absolutely zero audio clipping or delay. The volume and track controls are intuitively placed on the outer housing of the earpiece, featuring distinct textures so you instantly know exactly which button you are pressing without ever needing to take your focus off the steering wheel. Audio playback on the Wyness M100 is phenomenal, stepping far beyond just simple voice calls. While trucker headsets aren't typically known for their music quality, this unit features a surprisingly robust dynamic driver. When listening to podcasts or country radio during my drive, the audio was rich, detailed, and completely immersive. The noise-cancelling microphone operates on a sophisticated dual mic array system, capturing your voice on one channel while actively neutralizing ambient cab noise on the other. It handles wind, engine roar, and road vibration with incredible, calculated precision. What impressed me most about the Wyness M100 was its fast charging capability. Even if you somehow forget to charge it and the battery completely dies, plugging it into a modern USB-C cable for just 15 minutes yields hours of vital talk time. 1. BlueParrott B450-XT. If you have spent any time at a truck stop, you have undoubtedly seen this headset resting on the ears of veteran drivers. It is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the trucking world, and after thoroughly testing it in the harshest conditions, it is incredibly easy to see exactly why. The build quality is simply on another level entirely. It is built like an absolute tank, featuring an IP54 rating that makes it highly resistant to dust, moisture, and extreme temperatures. You can drop this out of the cab onto the solid pavement, pick it up, and it will miraculously continue to work flawlessly. The defining feature of the BlueParrott B450-XT is its industry-leading 96% noise cancellation. I put this to the ultimate test by standing directly next to a roaring reefer unit while on a call. The person I was talking to genuinely thought I was sitting inside a quiet office building. The microphone technology is so aggressive and finely tuned that it practically creates a vacuum of pure silence around your voice. It completely eliminates the loud, punishing environment of commercial trucking, ensuring that every single word you speak is heard with crystal clarity, no matter what total chaos is happening right outside your window. BlueParrott has also significantly upgraded the comfort for this modern generation of the B450-XT. While it is undeniably a larger and heavier headset than the others on this list, it manages the extra weight perfectly. The heavily padded headband and the massively oversized plush ear cushion distribute the pressure so incredibly well that it never once feels burdensome. It hugs your head securely, ensuring it won't slip or fall off even if you are bouncing around in the seat on a horribly rough dirt road. It is a specific, rugged comfort designed exactly for the brutal physical demands of trucking.